Maine's 2nd District congressional candidates gathered in our studio Tuesday for their first and likely only joint appearance in a Voice of the Voter forum. News Center Maine's Carly Dion is following this race for us and is verifying some of the claims candidates made.
We're breaking down claims from some of the candidates in Tuesday's Voice of the Voter forum. Our first fact check is a disagreement between Republican Bruce Poliquin and Democratic Representative Jared Golden over the Inflation Reduction Act.
It actually puts new taxes on the production of heating oil, gasoline, and natural gas, which drives up the cost of electricity.
But Golden disagrees.
He talked about the Inflation Reduction Act putting a gas on oil and gas. Not true. What we want is American oil and gas and American energy independence.
Why are we focusing on this? Because about 60% of Mainers rely on fuel oil to heat their homes, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. So we're verifying, does the Inflation Reduction Act put a new tax on oil and gas? Our sources are the text of the Inflation Reduction Act and the Maine Energy Marketers Association, a nonprofit trade association that advocates for and promotes the sale of heating fuels. The text of the act states it will reinstate the Hazardous Substance Superfund financing rate. That bumps up the rate from 9.7 cents to 16.4 cents. And the Maine Energy Marketers Association's president and CEO backs that up. So we can verify, yes, the Inflation Reduction Act puts a new tax on oil and gas. Our next claim has to do with the total cost of the Inflation Reduction Act. Again, Golden and Poliquin disagree.
When Mr. Golden voted a few weeks ago for this $740 billion monstrosity that's going to increase the cost of inflation,
and it's going to reduce the deficit by $300 billion.
It's going to reduce our supplies of energy, which is going to drive up the price of everything.
To get the answer, we went to these sources: the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, a nonpartisan nonprofit organization with some of the nation's leading budget experts, the Congressional Budget Office, and the Senate Democrats' one-page summary of the act. We found all sources are in agreement. The total revenue raised for the act is about $737 billion, and the total investments add up to about $437 billion. The deficit reduction is an estimated $300 billion. So we can verify both claims represent different aspects of the total cost of the Inflation Reduction Act. Our next claim is over Jared Golden's voting record.
The Bipartisan Lugar Center has ranked me the 7th most bipartisan member of Congress. That's out of 435 people in the House of Representatives, Pat.
To verify, our source is the Lugar Center and Georgetown University's McCourt School Rankings for Congress from last year, which measures how often a member of Congress introduces bills that attract co-sponsors from the other party, and how often they in turn co-sponsor a bill introduced from across the aisle. Its ranking lists Golden at number 7, so we can verify it's true. Our final claim also pertains to Golden's voting record with a claim made by Poliquin.
Let's set the record straight here. My opponent, Mr. Golden, votes 92% of the time with the Democrat majority.
Our source is ProPublica, an independent nonprofit newsroom, and again, the Lugar Center at Georgetown University. ProPublica states Golden has voted against the Democratic Party about 7.4% of the time. The Lugar Center at Georgetown University ranks congressional members based on how they vote relative to their party. Scores above 1.0 are outstanding, according to the center. It gives Jared Golden a number of 1.74777, which is the number 7 ranking of all current representatives. So we can verify it's true. Golden votes about 92% with the Democratic Party. With your Verify, Carly Dion, News Center, Maine.